All right, you know the drill. Every week we crown one brand as the undisputed champion of bad decisions, broken promises, and flat out shady behavior. This is the segment where the nice words stop, the filters come off, and the truth gets served with zero sugar coating. And this week's lucky winner, oh guys, and they've earned it. They've sprinted past the competition in a race to the bottom and still managed to trip over their own feet. They've been ghosting customers for months, and on the surface they look very polished and respectable. But you start digging and you realize you're digging with a big fat wolf in sheep's clothing. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Brrr. Let's talk about escape. Escape from hell. Escape, because disappearing on your customers is apparently their core business model. Escape markets itself as an all-American, family-owned shop, complete with the owner's names, a Georgia address, and a promise of live customer support. On the surface, they look wholesome, the mom and pop of high-powered e-bikes. But peel back the curtain and the red flags start screaming. Their lineup includes the Ranger, the Titan Step Through, the Outlaw, and the Mountaineer. These are high voltage, high speed machines with unlockable speeds from 35 miles an hour to over 45 miles an hour. And on videos, I've been seeing them go a good 50 miles an hour plus. Nowhere on their site do they actually list the weight of these bikes, only max load ratings. Insider reports put them at around 170, 180 pounds with dual batteries, which pushes them far beyond the realm of practical bicycles. I mean, guys, at this weight, they're not bicycles. They are lightweight motorcycles. I'm sorry. Now for the reputation, okay? So this is what, again, I'm talking about a wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? So BBB shows an A+ rating with 0 complaints today. That might sound reassuring, and a lot of the times it is, but BBB grades are only as accurate as the complaints they received, and accreditation is a paid program. So no complaints on file doesn't mean the waters are clear. It might just mean customers haven't even filed yet or are still waiting. Founded in 2022, Escape is a very young company with minimal independent delivery history. Outside their own marketing, there's almost no verifiable third-party record of fulfilled orders. Okay, so let me tell you about their year founded and their owners, okay? So they were founded in June 8th, 2022. So this is what BBB Verified said, okay? So the owners are Joel and Case Morris. So their marketing spin, if you go on their About Us page on their website, it says they discovered the art of e-bikes in 2019. So this is a vague origin story that makes them sound longer established than they actually are. Okay, so contact info and response reality. So they do post a website, help@escapebikes.com. Their office, they do list a phone number. They also list a cell phone. The site promises that all phone calls will be answered by a live person. But in practice, confirmed customer reports describe months with no replies during pre-order delays. And the BBB no complaint status doesn't disprove those experiences. It just means they haven't been formally filed there. Guys, if you've been following my channel, I have made, I think one one escape video. After I made that video, some customers came out of the woodwork and they contacted me directly to tell me about their complaints. Okay, so, but they asked me to remain anonymous. Okay, so a confirmed customer shared their experience, paid in full, and still waiting for over 8 months for a bike. Zero communication from the owner for more than 3 months straight. They missed their entire riding season due to delays. Chargeback window on their credit card closed long before the bike could ship, leaving their money tied up. The only information they've been able to get has come from a heavily promoting influencer they believe is tied to the company, not from Escape directly. Says Escape has changed bike photos and component listings mid-pre-order, so they don't no longer know what configuration they'll receive. So this is called bait and switch. Okay, so that influencer, who's the main person marketing these bikes, he received the first bike and only produced unit ever seen so far. And guess what? He got the wrong motor installed. So now there's other poor customers that are waiting. They also fear about what they might receive. Maybe they're gonna get the wrong motor. Maybe they're gonna get a completely different bike that they ordered because it has been changing. And then they're like, well, you know, like this influencer, like he's pretty tech savvy. Like he knew he got the wrong motor, but these people with no prior e-bike experience, they're like, if I get the wrong motor, how am I supposed to know? So there's just a lot of uncertainty here, guys. Now, can you imagine waiting for 8 months? And I heard recently that they finally heard from the owner. And I mean, it's all just a wait and guessing game at this point. They are praying and hoping that they will get their bikes in the next month. Guys, by the time they get it, it's going to be close to a year. This is absolutely ridiculous. And the other ridiculous part is that while I don't know if this is the first batch of customers or how many people are waiting, but it seems like it's a good sized group. I'm not sure. But Escape keeps promoting their bikes on pre-order. They even haven't delivered the first batch, and they're promoting and asking for money, and they're not giving any estimated shipping timelines. So bad. Warranty and returns. Returns, 14-day window. Bike must be unused, unridden. Customer pays return shipping. Pre-order cancellations, 15% restocking fee. This is ridiculous. Even if no ship date was ever provided. Shipping transparency, 3 to 5 days for non-pre-orders, but there is no firm shipping timelines on pre-orders. And guys, if you've been following me, I have talked over and over about the big pre-order scam model. All the risk goes onto the buyer, not the company. Because as soon as you pre-order, you become an unsecured creditor. If anything goes wrong, from the time that you pay your money on pre-order to the time the bike ships, you are screwed. Okay, so let's talk, the landscape. COVID, tariffs, right? Like anything can happen. Anything could go wrong. There's a bunch of e-bike companies that have gone bankrupt. You are an unsecured creditor and you won't be getting your money back. And if you do, it might be like pennies on a dime, but really you won't be getting anything back. You lose your money and no bike. So this is a super risky transaction. And This is like for brands that are not acting like real companies. They don't have anything in stock. They collect your money and they use it to build your bike. And then like, God knows when it's going to ship. I mean, the biggest red flag, or one of the biggest red flags here, is that they don't even list an estimated shipping date. So they said, well, BBB says they have launched since 2022, 2023. I think it's 2022. What have they been doing since 2022? Maybe, honestly, I don't know that part. If they had just been selling like locally for bikes in stock. But I just started hearing about them in the last maybe 2 months tops. And I mean, everything I've uncovered is just horrific. Warranty, 3 years on frames, 2 years on batteries, motors, it says it varies by model. Now, there is no mention anywhere about UL 2849 or even UL 2271 certification. This is a red flag for me. I mean, you're making e-bikes with that much power and then no UL verification? Another red flag. Okay. Final verdict, guys. Oh my God, triple red flag, of course. Number 1, no UL certification listed. A massive red flag for such a powerful e-bike with unproven systems. These are 72-volt machines, and this voltage class is a brand new to the consumer market. First, consumers aren't just buying a bike. They are the test subjects, the dummies. And riding without a third-party certified electrical safety, Number 2, companies lying by omission. No weight bikes posted. This isn't accidental. Omitting the weight prevents customers from realizing they're getting a 170, 180-pound machine. At that mass, it's no longer a practical bicycle. It's a motorcycle level weight on bicycle-grade components. Dangerous. And a lot of customers would get scared if they even read that weight. They probably wouldn't even press pre-order on the first place if they knew. Number 3, no pre-order shipping dates posted. Buying without a deliberate estimate leaves customers in the dark. All the while, Escape holds their money and delays can stretch for months with no recourse. Number 4, 15% cancellation free on pre-orders without estimated timelines? What? Penalizing customers for canceling when the company has never committed to a ship date in the first place? Guys, this is full-on predatory. Number 5, 50+ mile per hour capability on bicycle class frames. Speeds above 40 miles an hour exceed what bicycle frames can handle safely. The forks, the brakes, the wheels, the tires, they're not engineered to safely handle over 40 miles an hour. At 45+, 50 miles an hour, these e-bikes are flirting with catastrophic mechanical failure. Number 6, confirmed long delay customer report. Like I said, over 8 months waiting, 0 updates from the owner, whole missed riding season, chargeback window expired. So this customer is trapped. Customers are trapped. And the only scraps of information they've been getting, they are from a suspected affiliated influencer whose own bike arrived with the wrong motor? Guys, how can you trust a company like this? Number 7, bait and switch risk. Changing photos and components list mid-pre-order leaves customers unsure what they will actually receive. Without locked-in specs and timelines, the door is wide open for substitutions. Bottom line, Escape is selling extremely heavy, ultra high-speed e-bikes, they're not e-bikes, with no UL certifications, no published weights, no ship dates, and a penalty-heavy pre-order policy, while keeping customers waiting for months with minimal communication. They told me they just were getting scraps of information from this influencer, Gary's eBike Adventures. And then finally, I think the owner just started speaking. It's ridiculous. This is the very definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Guys, if you value your money, your safety, and your riding season, run from this one. Escape from Escape. And that wraps up this week's Master Series number 7. So we talked about the good, the bad, and what were they thinking in the e-bike world. And as always, the goal here is simple. Protect your wallet, protect your safety, and make sure that you know the full truth before you buy. If you've had your own experience with Jason, Engwe, Tot Guard, or this week's roast, Escape, I want to hear from you in the comments. Your story could help someone else avoid a massive mistake. Also, tell me which brands you want me to review next. Your requests help decide the future episodes. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so more riders can see it, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode. I post the Master Series breakdowns, industry red flags, honest reviews every week, no sponsorship strings attached. And guys, what this master episode is telling me is that what most of you know, obviously, is that you get what you pay for. You've been asking me a lot about this very cheap Amazon brands. Most of them are no bueno, guys. You're going to have your own support. You're going to have to, if you're mechanically inclined, fix your own bikes. Because if you're not paying a little bit more, you're not going to get good customer support. And you're chancing it. And this is a heavy investment, and it's also on your safety. You're not gonna get UL certified batteries. That's dangerous. They're just using cheap Chinese batteries. Remember, I don't just talk about these companies, I talk to you. I read your comments, I listen to your experiences, and I'll keep bringing the heat until shady business practices are exposed and safer. Better bikes are in every rider's hands. I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for making it till the end, if you made it till the end. And always remember, whatever you're doing, happy riding. Stay safe. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.